Yeah, we welcome all our judges, many from not only here Victoria, but as you said before, from New South Wales and from other states as well too. So we welcome them, and I think we've also got to welcome our students too, Case, because these are our volunteers who every year are out here doing what they do. I know you interviewed a few for our live stream yesterday, and I think you're going to be live streaming again very, very shortly. So to our students down there, welcome along, and thank you very much. Many of them just take their holidays to be a part of this Royal Melbourne show. We can't do without them. Very much a valued support to our judges and to everyone else and competitors.
California, it's good to be attack. A journey for life, and before he paid, cancel your mail for a ride. It's a journey for life, and I'm alright. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. Hang on, we'll be long gone.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Your name?
Genevieve.
Genevieve, and who's our young rider here?
Bentley.
Bentley. Nice to have you out here. How did you enjoy this class?
Good.
Did you have fun? Bit exciting riding at a royal show?
Not really. I don't like horses.
Ah, I can't believe you just said that. If I had an edit, I would edit that out. No, only kidding. You know what? This is what makes it so unique. He doesn't like horses, but yet he's a beautiful rider. So go and figure. You'll regret that one day when you're a young man and you go to Pony Club and there's a lot of ladies hanging around. You'll remember this. Genevieve, that was so cute. Good luck. He does speak the truth. Hello, you are?
Liz.
Liz and
Molly.
Molly. What about you? Bentley next to me said he doesn't really like horses. Do you like horses?
Yes.
I'm sure you do. What's your pony's name?
Ozzy.
Well, Ozzy's looking very cute. What time did you start getting ready this morning? What time was breakfast?
I didn't have breakfast.
You didn't eat breakfast? A young rider needs a good sturdy breakfast. Well, looking fantastic. Did you have fun out there?
Yes.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
I'm sure you would like to. How about you? Your name?
Liz.
Liz? Sorry, Liz. It's early morning, so I haven't actually had a coffee yet. Seriously, everyone needs a first day coffee, and I'm not there. Liz, what time was the morning starting for you?
We were up at 4:45.
Oh, good grief. That's no wonder. And you still haven't had breakfast. How dear, oh dear. Clint, how are you? And this is?
Miller.
Miller. Do you like horses?
Yes.
I'm sure you do. What's your pony's name?
Boots.
Boots. He doesn't look like a nice pair of boots. However, his colouring would make a really good rug in my house. He's a lovely horse. Did you have fun out there? You did?
Yes.
What was your favourite part? Standing in front of the judges or going for a trot?
Going for a trot.
I thought that might have been the case. Bit different for you, leading horses around, Clint?
Much different. Not used to the little ones.
And being a Shetland, they're always trying to nibble at you as well. That lovely makeup. Hello, you are? Cherie and
Grace.
Grace. I love your outfit. Is it a bit special when you get the chance to get dressed up? You enjoy it?
Yes.
Did you eat breakfast this morning?
Yes.
You did? Oh, good on you. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching our live stream, I'm sure our camera is focusing on what is happening on our big screen behind me. But as you can hear, it just adds a little bit more to come out here and meet some of our competitors. You might be Nana or Poppy sitting back at home and you haven't been able to make it into the show, but you never know, you might be able to watch it. This gentleman we don't normally see leading either. We normally see him on the back of a horse. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Casey. How are you?
Good. Bit different from the weather up home.
Just a tad. It's actually nice inside the house compared to being outside, but it's not too bad. Melbourne has actually put on better weather than usual. That's why you pack your thermals.
Always pack thermals for Melbourne show. Who's our rider? Your name?
Chase.
Chase. Are you having a good time up here, Chase?
Yes.
Did you eat breakfast this morning?
No.
We've got a lot of riders that have not started with breakfast this morning. What do you do, Chase, when you get home from school? Do you go for rides all the time?
Only on Wednesday and Tuesday.
Wednesdays and Tuesdays your riding day. Did you enjoy your class out here?
Yes.
What was your favourite part? Standing in front of the judges and talking to them or going for a trot?
Going for a trot.
How did I guess? Fast is always better, huh?
Yes.
I thought so. This lady actually happens to be one of my best friends, so I actually know this lady's name, but for the sake of everybody at home, your name?
Megan.
And this is?
Willow.
Hello, Willow. What's your pony's name, Willow?
Floyd.
Floyd. Did you have fun out there?
Yes.
What was your favourite part? Going fast?
Yes.
You seem to be a little bit like me. I've watched you growing up. I think fast is better for you, isn't it? Do you enjoy riding out here at Melbourne Show?
Yes.
Is Nanny and Poppy in the stands today?
No.
Who's out there watching? Sisters, perhaps?
Maddie and Matilda, Louie, and Sandra.
So you've got a little bit of a cheer squad.
Yes.
Well, good luck, good luck. We'll see how we go. Hello, you are?
Courtney.
And?
Stella.
Stella. Courtney and Stella. Your pony's name? Oprah. Well, Oprah looks a lovely pony. She's actually sitting there. What's it like getting ready? I'll speak to you now. In terms of getting ready for these turnout classes, as a mum that's about to start to do this myself, tell me a little bit about what's behind the scenes in getting involved. I saw one of my friends before getting a penny or, like a 20-cent piece and a handkerchief. What's the little finer details?
Yeah, everything has to be perfect. So Stella's mum, Monica, she's right into turnout classes, so she organises everything. Me and Stella just come out here.
That's not Monica Croston, is it? Oh, this is little Stella. I'm sure Monica would know the finer details. So, and always with the turnout gloves, they've always got to be the turnout gloves, the nice plaited canes and everything that goes with it. So what was that?
Everything has to be on the middle hole.
On the middle hole. There you go. I didn't know that. Little finer details. I'm learning. So it'll be my turn in a few years, don't you worry. This lady might lead my pony for me. Hello. Good. How are you? All right. Who have we got here? Obviously we have
Michelle.
Clearly. And Emily. Nice to have you here. This is beautiful saddle and gear that you've got. Do you enjoy getting dressed up?
Yes.
You do. I reckon you would like to get dressed up. What's your favourite part? Talking to the judges?
Like riding.
You just like riding in general. What time did you get up this morning? Can you remember?
When I had to unwind my paws.
Michelle said 6 o'clock. Have you had breakfast? You said no? Breakfast? Oh, we did have breakfast. Alrighty. So this is a really, really big class, as you can see, and a lot of our junior riders and our mums and our handlers and everybody involved are just having a really good time. So some more on our judges. Caroline Ann Parisi. She's judging general appearance out here this morning, and she's been involved in equine industry for many years. She started as a child and had great success at the Royal Shows as a rider, turnout, and of course in saddle classes. Then she went on to competing at very successfully on her horses, on hacks, galloways and show jumpers at Royal Shows. So Carolyn has been honoured to produce many riders to win in the Good Hands classes. I remember those classes. Rider and turnout classes at all major Royal Shows. She has been a full-time instructor up until 4 years ago when she retired. So Howard Ward out here is judging our mount, and he's been involved with horses for many years, and he began riding at a young age and has since then come through the levels of competition, beginning at Pony Club right through to national level, competing across show jumping and eventing. Howard's involvement with show horses has been at the highest level, both producing and campaigning top show horses for many years, a field in which he has quite a passion for. More recently, he has played the role of coach and groom to his daughter in the show ring. So like many of us, he would be out here enjoying our Shetland pony turnout. Just for everyone at home, I'll see if I can gather numbers here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I think let's just go with a rough guess that there's about 18 participants in this. So we only have ribbons down to 6. It will be an honour to watch whom will be our winner and place getters out in this particular class. Good morning, good morning. Hello, your name?
Samantha.
And?
Sierra.
Sierra. How are you this morning? Good?
Good.
Did you just enjoy going for a ride out there then?
Yep.
It's a nice morning for the ride.
Mhm.
Bit windy though, would you say?
Yep.
I think I've got a feeling that if I throw another question at you, you're going to say yes, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Ah! Apparently, Samantha says you've got a joke. What's your joke?
What bow's not tied?
I don't know. You're telling me.
A rainbow.
Oh, very good. A rainbow is not tied. Rainbows have got lots of colours. What are the colours in the rainbow?
Red.
Yep. Orange.
Uh-huh.
Purple.
Yep.
Green.
Yep.
Maybe a bit of yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. So 1777 is the horse that you would most likely be watching on screen, maybe? Well, no, that's one that's working out. If I look at the screen, you're actually watching our judges look over the costume. But either way, there was a big clap there. So let me turn to my page. So 1037 is the combination that you will be watching, and that is Glen Arden Highlight, nominated by Jane and Rebecca Gerber. Let's watch this pair.
Here I am again, outside your door.
So we're just seeing, unfortunately, this little rider just lost her little clogs, but getting them back together now. And here we go.
Putting up no defense or false pretense, 'cause it's the last thing I'll ever do. I'm gonna get through to you, but how to do it I wish I knew. Still, I'm gonna get through to you.
Well, Beck, how you doing? Out here in a different scenario now. You're leading. Are you enjoying this?
Yes, I am, because this is our homebred pony. So, yeah, we like the turnout.
Ah, and this our young rider is?
Holly.
Holly. Nice to have you out here. You're having fun. Lovely chestnut. Shetland. What's his name?
Squid.
Squid. That's not a name for a pony. Why Squid? Does he like to roll around in a dam, perhaps, and get nice and wet?
I don't know.
Oh, I reckon if he's been named Squid, I'd say he's got something to do with water, I would anticipate. Becky, tell me about this, as we spoke to one of our competitors earlier about some of the finer details when we look at these equestrian classes, and as you are a bit of a guru when it comes to these sorts of things, tell us a little bit about what potentially the judges might be looking for out here.
So, first of all, you need a rider that can rise. So, lots of points go to the riding. So, we try to get kids that can ride independently and have weight in their heels so they don't lose their clogs. So, riding's very important. And then the gear. We've had this tried on months in advance, fitted to the pony to the last hole. So it has to be on the right hole for everything. And then I train all the Shetlands myself, and so the kids have only had a couple of practices, but usually my Shetlands will just go.
So it's not unlike potentially what we might see out here on Sunday in terms of for the Gary Owen, but it's the same sort of process you would be saying for the Shetlands to the nth degree that the gear is almost how we would have it in a Gary Owen?
Absolutely immaculate. Yep. Lots of cleaning. My mum's the cleaner, so she's done all of that, and then we put the final bridal shine on it once it's on the pony as well. But yeah, it's all has to be spot on.
And even as far as the holes, someone told me it's all got to be on the middle hole.
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
And there's even little finer details in the rider, like perhaps there's handkerchiefs and things hidden in pockets.
The judge did check the pocket. There's supposed to be a coin as well. Also, the judge this time checked that the girth was on the middle hole. Usually the gear judge. I haven't seen them actually check that, but this time he did. So lots of attention to detail.
What's the reasoning for the coin?
I have no idea.
I think someone told me it needs to be something there for, and I was going to say I'd hope that you would confirm it for me because I was just going willy-nilly. But yeah, potentially to pay the milkman, or if you were stuck somewhere and made a phone call, you had a penny to make a phone call.
Yep, yes, I think that's correct. Because
Well, you and I will go with, unless anybody's at home, we'll just run with it. Sorry if you're listening at home and you know the details. It is very. So this is almost, if you're sitting here watching, and this is the importance of it. I know they say never work with small children and animals, and out here we've got both, but it's not unlike a little mini Gary Owen for our parents and our juniors. It's a lot of fun. It's all judged on points. So let's just break it down for everybody sitting back at home. So confirmation and soundness is what you're looking for. So that is 50 points awarded. So that's the biggest of the points that are allotted. From there, we turn to manners and paces, 40 points. The riding ability, again, 50 points. So they're the two big ones. Confirmation and soundness, and riding, as Beck said, is a huge factor out here when we look at our junior turnouts. Our general appearance is given 20 points, as is the salary and the costume. So all in all, there's a total of 200 points. And when you actually sit back and have a look over each and every one of our handlers and or our riders, they're very much in the same gear. So, to me, how do you break it down? There's finer details in little spaces and areas. And unfortunately, at the minute, we've just had one little girl take a fall. It's very windy, so our judges and stewards are just making their way over now to make sure that this little one is A-OK. We just had some really, really strong gusts of wind. So as you can see, all of our riders and handlers are here awaiting patiently until we can catch this loose little Shetland and attend to our young rider to make sure this junior rider is A-OK.
Let's say it's a boat that we're all in together, that barely stays afloat while we all discuss the weather. How long can we all go on before we change our ways?
So as you can see, we've got a lot of our junior riders out here enjoying. Got a few friends over here in the crowd and they're running away. Come on, Lee, come over here. I've said your name now, you've got to come over here. Come on, Lee. I've said your name on live stream. Whilst we've got a little bit of a break, Lee, tell us about this event. You're a Shetland breeder, you enjoy. This is something that you live for?
I just love seeing all these ponies out here.
It's always a bit of fun. Do you ever get nervous watching?
Yes.
I thought after a seasoned show person like yourself, you'd never get nervous, Lee. Come on.
It's a bit different when you breed them, but it's great to see them all out here, especially ones that you've also produced. That you've gone on to other little kids, and it's great to see all these kids out here
How many ponies have you got?
at home.
No, out here. Just the one? I thought you had two out here. Ah, well, good luck to you. enjoy. And our crowd gives our young rider a little bit of a clap as she leaves. It's nice to see all of our mums and dads and everybody getting behind this. I'm speaking to some of our friends in the crowd. Well, this is a really good sight if you're watching back at home to see just how many horses are lined up and what a picture it is indeed. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of calculating and a lot of our judges have been working hard. Well, I'm here with Nicole Jamison. She's been judging. Nicole, judging an event like this, it must be a bit exciting to have the opportunity to, see a lot of our junior competitors.
Oh, they're just all so beautiful, and the effort that's gone into it is amazing.
Well, in just a moment's time, we shall see some of these results. I thought that might have been our result, but it's a stock horse result. How do you break down? What was your particular section that you judged?
I did conformation and soundness, so I was looking for a quality pony that was correct and that was level when it moved. And I love a beautiful pony.
Oh, who doesn't? Look at this sight. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. What part of this turnout class did you judge?
The saddlery.
How did you find looking over the finer details of each and every one of these saddles? Because to me, just standing here as an onlooker, they all look perfect. How do you get down to the nitty gritty?
Comes mainly to fit.
Yes.
A lot of the stuff is the same, from the same makers. It's beautiful stuff. Just it comes down to whether it actually fits the horse.
Well, I guess it's got to do that. It can be as nice a piece of gear as you like, but if it doesn't fit. Now, this judge I haven't met yet, so I'll have to say hello. Good morning, you are?
I'm Rebecca Jenkins.
Hi, Rebecca. Nice to have you here. Welcome to Melbourne Show. It's a lovely morning now that the wind is a little bit gusty, but still a nice day. What part of this event did you judge?
I was judging riding today.
Hard task. A lot of our juniors out there are doing their best. How did you see them at this age?
Oh, that was fantastic. They were a great bunch of kids, all had smiles on their face and having a great time, and I think that's really what it's about at this age, is that they have a good time.
I can't wait as mum. I can't wait to bring my little one out here and enjoy it all. So don't forget, everyone gets a ribbon for this particular class. Now, this gentleman I haven't met either yet at this year's Royal Melbourne Show. Hello, I'm Casey, you are?
I'm Howard.
Howard, nice to have you out here. What part of the class did you judge?
The manners and paces.
How did you see that?
It was good. No, look, most of the ponies were really well behaved and the kids have had a good morning, so I think that's the most important thing.
And it must be said too that a lot of these ponies didn't come out yesterday. This is their first time out. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. This is the first time in the big arena, so we can maybe forgive them for some little misdemeanours.
Absolutely. Look, I think it's hard for the kids when they come out, and as you say, it's so cold and the ponies are a bit fresh and they just don't always behave the way they perhaps should.
They were all good and we've enjoyed watching. Thanking you, Howard. Have we got any results yet? By the looks of things, no, we don't, so I can chat to our next judge. Hello, Caroline, how are you?
Oh, yes. Good, very well, thank you very much. And it's just been an absolute pleasure to judge these little ones.
What part of it did you judge this
I
morning?
did the general appearance. So I stand there and look at the overall and how the costume and the way the horse has been presented and the leader, how it all ties in together.
From a spectator's perspective, to me they all look the same. How do you break that down?
Oh, they don't all look the same, even though they are all beautiful, and the presentation has been wonderful, and the children are all just great, smiles on their faces. But really, if you've got, say, a costume that you're wearing and it doesn't match in with the jacket that your child is wearing, then that can detract from the overall appearance. Whereas if everything matches in and say the leader has very clean shoes to match the child's clean shoes, then that can help, give a better appearance.
Well, this is the beauty of live stream, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that we can actually get up and speak to our judges and understand what they've been looking for, what it is that they've broken down, how they've judged this specific class, and it's just good to have a chat to them in general. Our last judge that we didn't speak to is this lady here. Good morning, Claire. Nice to have you back out here.
How you going?
Good. What did you judge?
The costume today.
How did you see this, such a big class? As a mum yourself, do you get little itchy feet?
Oh, I'm not sure. I've got 2 boys, so...
Oh, there's plenty of boys out there. There was one young fella in particular. He wasn't too keen on his pony, but he was out here having a go.
Yeah, well, my oldest, for a little while, he liked to ride one of the little Welshie ponies we had at home, but he's gotten a bit frightened now, and he's happy to pat it and feed him, but no, I'm not sure that I'll get him back on there now.
How do you find judging these classes? Difficult to break down to the nitty-gritty? How do you see this?
They're it's a tough class, and they're all the little kids out there. They're doing a really good job and enjoying themselves, and just looking for those tiny little things to separate each of the competitors.
And that's what it is indeed. It's those tiny little things to separate each and every one of these competitors. So you can see here we've got a beautiful turnout pad saddle and a garland. And of course this particular class is supported by the Fear family. A trophy in memory of Miss Norma Fear, supported by Stand Fear. So it's wonderful to have the likes of the Fear family still being so instrumental in the Royal Melbourne Show and making this event tick. And as we say, our Wagner's turnout paddle to the value of $1,000 is coming the way of the winner. Who will it be? Oh, well, these riders and parents and handlers are all waiting anxiously to see whether or not it will be them. Well, this is the part, if you are sitting at home, it's always a waiting game, as it is with any of our turnout classes, as we always have to add up those points, remembering that there is a 200-point allowance for each and every one of these competitors. So it does take a little bit of time to calculate whom our winners and place getters will be. And as I said, it is a bit gusty out here, so a lot of our judges then and stewards just lost their hats. Whilst we've got a little bit of time to fill, Lynn Milburn, come on Lynn, beautiful garland that you make. You really enjoy making these garlands, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Part and parcel of being, you volunteer here at the show, you're steward, but gives you a little bit of, what's a warm, fuzzy feeling whenever you see your garlands on a beautiful pony?
It does, yeah. I love seeing the ponies with the garlands on, and it's a little bit that we can put back into sponsoring the class with the trophy and a garland.
Never won a garland myself because that was sort of back in the days when the garlands weren't really popular. But how much work and effort goes into these? I'm just having a look at your garland here. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, you purchase the silk roses, and then you arrange them so that it's how you want it, and then gluing them all onto the base and decorating it from there. So,
a lot of work. Good luck, Lynn. About 3 hours worth of work. There you go. Lynn is one of our stewards here, and she takes great pride in seeing her garlands on the horses' necks. They hate me being on live stream because I just go and attack all of them. The boys are just asking me to go and talk to Lynn a little bit more often just to make sure she's normally quite quiet. They said that's the most she's talked in the whole time. So as you see, we're getting some great shots on our live stream of these ponies and the gear. And as we say, the little intricate details that are involved when we look at a turnout class for our juniors. And by the sounds of things, here we go. I'll sit back and let our judges go to work. Two, 4, 4 is 6th place. Oak Part Paramount, ridden by Lily Gin, nominated by Emma Richardson. Taking out 6th place here. Our 5th place, 135 Greysdale Bracken, ridden by Amelia Schill, nominated by Cara Mami Brown. So well done to this combination. Having taken out 5th place here is number 135. 4th goes to 165. It's Carragweg Athena, ridden by Madison Parsons, or should I say nominated by Taylor Arnott here in Victoria. 3rd place goes to 180. It's Tara Park, Georgia, ridden by Ali Larson, nominated by Brooke Young, owned by Talia Young. Getting down to it now. 2nd place goes to 1150 Royal View Midnight, ridden by Evangeline Parsons, owned by Fiona Wilson and nominated by Jane and Rebecca Gerber from Sunbury. So in a second, we are going to announce our winner. 1750 is our winner. Culverdale Heritage, ridden by Alexandra Bowen, owned by Alexandra, nominated by C. Knox Morgan, S. Knox, and A.E. Bowen. Well done. So some beautiful young riders all enjoying themselves and plenty of smiles. As we say, each and every one of our competitors out here gets a ribbon as we watch now. Our winner being sashed. As our applause behind me from the crowd. What a wonderful feeling for these junior riders. And as we said before, who knows what the future holds for each and every one of these juniors. Maybe we might see a champion show jumper, a future equestrian. Maybe someone will go down the lines of myself, potentially into the racing industry. Maybe we might see one of these young men and or ladies being jockeys someday. What does the future hold? This is the beauty about our job out here at Melbourne Show, is we get to watch some of these youngsters rise up through the riding ranks. So in a moment or two's time from here, I say farewell to you all from my commentary for this particular class. Don't forget our live stream will be covering ring number 1 all morning. There's plenty more turnouts to come. And of course, these are our junior riders. Well done to all of them. Unfortunately, there's only ribbons to 6th in terms of those big place gettings, but every one of them is a winner in my eye. For now, I'm going to go upstairs, have a sit back and a coffee, enjoy watching our live stream coverage out here from the 2018 Royal Melbourne Show. Don't let me get your missed photo. Who do you want a photo of? Do you want a photo? Here. Get out there and get a close one. Thank you very much.
Everyone's waving back. There's Dan and Tara waving back. Friend, family, friends, who knows? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's give them a big round of applause as they farewell us on their little lap of honour. Congratulations to Alexandra E. Bowen. Also, as we go down on this second, of course, went to Evangeline Parsons with Royal New Midnight. Third went to Tara Park, Georgia, and Ali Larson. Fourth went to Carrie Quinn Theatre in Madison Parsons. Fifth to Rosedale Bracken.
Good morning, Melinda.
We all live on time we borrow, time our children to us lend. Here today, but gone tomorrow, like a spark flying in the wind. We all look up to our fathers. All our lives if all is right, and we all need a mothers when the day is dark as night, and the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. Someone pulls an easy trigger, puts another to the ground in disbelief, staring at his fingers through which his blood runs with his life. And the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. The signs are there, right in front of us, for so long buried in the snow. Yes, here we are, shining diamonds, burning bridges as we go. And the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking
So for all of you that are sitting and enjoying watching this class, which is 329, our pony turnout in saddle for our horses led, 12 hands and under. As you can see, we are live streaming all day, but just to let you all know that the commentary for our live streaming, I will join you again next for class 328, which will be pony turnout in saddle over 12-2 and not over 14 hands. So that comes at about 9:15 this morning, which isn't too far away, but of course we have to finish this particular class first. So as you can hear, just letting you know from a live streams perspective, as far as the commentary is concerned, I'm not a dedicated live stream person. I still do the commentary box out here at Royal Melbourne Show, but we are trying to cover both bases, that being the commentary from the box and for all you guys listening at home. So just to keep you updated, our next commentary will be class 328.
Here I am again, outside your door. My
for the last 35 years and are hoping to continue their association with these junior turnouts for many years to come. So presenting garlands and trophies for the Norma Fear Family Memorial classes. So presenting today, we'll have Margaret Luxford, Norma Fear's sister. And Lynn's son, of course, out here, Luke Melbourne, is the grandson of Stan and Norma Fear. So it's great to have everybody involved out there, as we can see. That lovely garland and beautiful ribbon placed around our winning combinations neck. Doesn't that look at just an absolute picture? And as we said, where does the future go for these youngsters? Where do we see? Will they head down the path of perhaps the same path as me, being a jockey? Do they go to a show jumping
I hope
career?
not.
I know, it's a hard life, trust me. You don't eat, you starve. Will they go down the roads of perhaps one day competing in a World Cup? Will they go to the Olympics in terms of dressage? Will they train for Grand Prix? Will we see them in the Garryowen Equestrian Turnout?
Who knows?
So many avenues,
Well,
aspects.
let's put our hands together as they leave the arena and we'll say well done and congratulations as we recap our place getters here for Class 3 29.
Well, our winner again is Barrendale Silhouette, ridden by Alexandra E. Bowen. Congratulations. Second place went to Eagle Park Crystal Roulette and Miller Rose Romeo. Third to Langtree Unique and Ivy Aikman, with our fourth place going to Delhi Otis and Asher Parsons. Fifth to Thorpeville Ballerina and Bentley Saunders. And our sixth place goes to Sarvin Park Succeed and Excel, ridden by Molly Daly. So they're the results, ladies and gentlemen, for Class 329.
Each day that follows is one and the same. If all you need
Now, Stock Horse Arena, at the moment, we have class number 19, Australian Stock Horse hack gelding, 4 years old and over 15 hands.
Well, welcome back everybody to our live stream out here for our 2018 Royal Melbourne Show. It's about the third class that we're kicking through this morning, and it promises to be an exciting one, as this time we are judging class 328, our pony turnout in saddle for our horses over 12-2 and not over 14 hands. And with this class, it's the same deal as what we've seen for our previous two classes. Our winner receives a garland created by Lynn Milburn and a trophy in memory of Miss Norma Fear. Of course, Stan Fear and everybody out here that's involved. As we've said before, we thank them for their contribution here throughout our Royal Melbourne shows. I believe they've been involved now for, I think I read upstairs somewhere, nearly 35 years has the Fear family been involved with our Royal Melbourne shows, so they're instrumental to our junior turnout events out here. So bearing in mind, it's a little bit different to the last class that I compared, which was where we saw our horses being led. In this circumstance, our young riders are actually riding. So you can see a workout would have been allocated. This first horse that we are seeing out here, it's probably the first time it's seen the arena today out here, so he's just started out a little bit stiff, but this is the beauty about these lovely ponies. They work so well for their junior riders. 3, 4, 6 is the first one out. And when it rains, it pours. 3, 4, 6 is not in my calendar, so unfortunately we'll call that Phantom Horse number 1, as I love calling my Phantom horses. But of course, when this particular combination is finished, we can ask them their names and the pony that they are riding. I really enjoy watching these turnout classes because, not unlike what we used to see many years ago in our Good Hands competitions, where our riders wear those beautiful white woolen gloves, and it just shows off how soft and kind each one of these junior riders' hands are. And I think it just adds a really nice picture to what we are seeing out here. Of course, white gloves don't lie. There's not much that you can get away with in white gloves. So, as we say, it really shows off our juniors' ability to be soft in their hands as they ride along, as most of these ponies would be quite used to having our younger riders riding them, so they'll be soft and kind horses to start with. So if you are just joining us for our junior turnouts and you haven't heard me already explain this morning how these classes are judged, conformation and soundness is 50 points, manners and pace is 40 points, riding ability 50 points, general appearance, saddlery and costume is all 20 points, totaling 200 points. So it's not unlike what we'll see out here on Sunday for our Gary Owen equestrian turnout. All these classes are pretty much run the same, where we have independent judges judging each particular section. So once more, if you have just joined us for our junior turnouts. Our riding judge is Rebecca Jenkins. Confirmation and soundness is Nicole Jamison. Saddlery is Mark Jacoby. Mount, Howard Ward. General appearance, Caroline Ann Parisi. And costume, Claire Centra. Actually, I really enjoyed speaking to Caroline earlier. She was wonderful to speak to, and what she was looking for as a judge and enjoying pretty much every moment. And I'm watching her talking to all of these riders now. She's got a big smile on her face. She just said it's about looking at those little things when it comes to the general appearance. So before she related to our lead class, where she was looking at the rider and the handler, in this circumstance she's just looking at the rider. So looking at her now, she's speaking to this young rider's about her stock and perhaps her tie pin. So a lot of these riders will have tie pins in. And as she said, it's just those little bit extra.
Well, I think
helps
it
you
might
in
be
these types of
opportune,
classes.
while Casey's actually talking to the live stream down there, that we perhaps just join her down there on the ground at the moment, and we'll share with her some of the words she's sharing with the people outside the arena, and we'll go down and join her now.
So the next of our horses that you can see working out, I think, is 335, if I can turn to my book. It is Carlingford Park Sweet About, Karen Malerba's nomination. So I was just speaking on the live stream before about in relation to potentially what our judges are looking for. And when I spoke about our judge, Carolyn, who joins us here from Victoria, she's judging the general appearance. And I'm really enjoying her and watching her being a part of it all out here. And she's been going over with the riders about their tie pins, because it's those little finer details that we all look for when we are judging the turnout classes, making sure that the tie pins are nice and straight. When we look at our junior riders in terms of the woolen gloves, they're always white, and as you can see, they don't really hide too many mistakes. So what we used to see in our good hands classes, you used to always wear those white gloves. In far as our hacking canes are concerned, they are, most of the time, they would be, especially for turnouts, they would be a plaited leather hacking cane. And when we look at our gear, we would like to think that each and every one of our bridles, the buckles are all even on the horse's head, all in a nice straight line. And we spoke to a few of our juniors before in the turnout classes with the lead, and it was interesting to hear the intricate details of what they sort of explained to me in terms of the saddlery, whereas the girths had to be done up on the middle hole. So 398 is the combination that we are seeing out here now. Regal Book Razzle Dazzle and Mia Heinrich. I really enjoy watching that horse, Regal Book Razzle Dazzle. He's a very kind horse, an easygoing horse, and I don't think I've ever seen him put a foot wrong. And I dare not say I hope I haven't mozzed the team now, but geez, he's a lovely horse. In fact, now that we have the opportunity to, we might make our way over to some of our competitors that have already competed in this class. Have a little bit of a talk to them about their day, how it started, what time they got up. This is a little bit like what we do with our Gary Owen. We get to speak to some of our ladies about the team that's behind them and how many people are involved in getting ready, because it's not just our junior riders out here. It's the pony, of course, and everything that's involved. It's the plaiting, it's the cleaning of the gear, it's the bridles, making sure they all fit correctly, especially when we have turnout gear. And who's this young rider? Your name?
Ashley Robbins.
Ashley, great to have you. What's your pony's name?
Murphy.
Murphy was looking beautiful out here, and I love seeing these turnout classes because Murphy, as you can see, is a beautiful black horse, and he's got the most divine brown gear on his head. And as I said, we look for those little intricate details where I'm looking at the bridle now and it all fits correctly. What time did your day start this morning?
About 5, sort of.
5:30. That's an early morning for a young rider like yourself. Are you enjoying your time out here?
Yeah, it's fun.
You like riding?
Yeah, it's fun.
When you come home from school, do you normally ride your pony?
Sometimes.
How many days a week do you think?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 days a week. Well, there you go. This is Mia. Good morning, Mia. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You're having a good day. I'm going to pinch your pony. I'm really quite partial to this pony. Do you think you'll give him to me?
No.
I didn't think you would. It's always worth a try and worth asking. How many people behind the scenes for you? Who's out the back? Who's part of your team? Mum? Dad? Who's there?
My mum, my friend Sarah, and my sister, my grandma, and I think that's all.
You're very lightly spoken, Mia, but I'm sure that everybody out there heard. So mum, sister, grandma, friends. How about this young lady? What's your name?
Ruby.
Ruby, great to have you out here. Did you enjoy this class? Are you having fun? First class of the morning.
Yeah.
How many classes are you in today?
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm pretty sure we'll get to find out and see you out here a little bit later. What's your pony's name?
Scarlet.
Scarlet. You happy with your workout?
Yeah.
I'm sure you would be. Okay, who else has worked out? 1789, by the looks of things, might have just worked out. And that will be Westlake Trade Secret, nominated by Barton and Anderson families, owned by Chris Anderson. Has he worked? Or have the combination worked? I don't think so.
All right, Casey, thank you very much. We might let you go back to your live stream duties, but I thought it would be nice to catch up, just learn a little bit about our competitors out there, a little bit about what the judges are looking for.
So it's nice to see down here that when we look over these riders and I have a little bit of a look at underneath their gear too, I can potentially see little Louis Epstein vests. In fact, I still have one of these vests sitting in my wardrobe at home. Lovely vests. So the combination currently working out is 1772. And this is Korana Neverland, written by Tia Rose Mackenzie. Tia's got quite a big fan base over on the side there. As I enjoy watching this young lady ride. She's a very capable rider. Hello Tia, how are you this morning?
Good, thanks.
You happy with the way your pony just worked?
Yes and no.
Oh, well, we'll give it pony a pat anyway, yes and no. Where do you see yourself in the future as a rider? What do you think that you might like to do?
I don't know, I just ride. I'm just very grateful that I have such lovely horses and such amazing coaches and parents that let me do this. And
I'm sure if they had the chance to hear that, they would have been very proud. Who's your coach, Mia? Tia, I should say.
Jess and Reese.
Stalling or Stones? Oh, fantastic. How many days a week would you concentrate on your riding?
Oh, well, I have to fit it in with school, and I don't have a farm yet, but we've just seeing probably whenever.
We always get to keep our ponies. I'm a bit the same. I don't have any land or acreage, so I have to keep my horses down at Par's place. It's great to, when we have our live stream, get down here and meet some of our competitors, get the chance to talk to them, get behind the scenes and sort of throw the microphone underneath the judge's face too, which always makes them a little bit rattled, but it's always good to know what it is that they are looking for when they become judges out here at Royal Melbourne. So obviously every one of our judges is an accomplished equestrian in their own right, which is why they were invited to judge at a royal show, but it's always good to hear the details in which they see their winners and how they pick their place getters. And as I've mentioned before, from being upstairs in the broadcast box or sitting in the grandstand, offer two completely different views of what you see out here. What you see in the grandstand is not often what you see down in the judge's perspective, right on ringside. Lovely free-flowing pony is the one that we're watching at the moment. 221. Springtime Solitaire, ridden by Ashley Robbins. And I wonder whether this would be the case for a lot of these juniors as to whether this turnout gear has actually been worn. I know that when we have Gary Owens, a lot of the gear needs to be worn in. Obviously, you wear it a few times. So if you purchased a new saddle, you technically wouldn't come out and just ride in that new saddle straight away. You would break it in before you get out here. I wonder if sometimes a bit of this gear can often at times feel a little bit stiff for our junior riders. And this final combination is working out, 1789. Just getting himself a little unbalanced in the canter circle, just disuniting a fraction. This young rider is making sure that this pony is shown off to the best of its ability, and often that is marks that were scored there. So even though the pony might not be working the best for this young rider, marks are still given for riding. So she's clearly demonstrated that, yeah, her pony's not really working for her, but she can potentially get some really good points there for riding, because you could see that she was really riding her horse along. So now it gets to that time where our judges start to deliberate and their points are all tallied. So this is the part where we all take a nice little break. We don't know, as we wait anxiously for the points to be tallied, and where we see our winner and place getter. So it's great that we get our red coats out here as well. Mary Jane, Terry, Steve, giving us a hand. Steve's on ground this morning. He's probably what we would classify as our chief redcoat. He's been here for 25 years, I think he said to me yesterday. The boys are having a ball. They love their job out here at Royal Show. And they're on ground this morning for some of our junior turnout classes. As I said, it is quite a gusty morning. At times it's still, but not unlike what we saw in our Shetland pony turnout this morning. Is every now and again the wind gives a really quick gust. So remembering horses and wind aren't really the best combination. So our redcoats really paying their part in making sure that each one of our riders is safe and taken care of when they're out here in the middle of the arena, because once they come into the arena, they're no longer under the care of mum and dad. So Well, if you are joining us for our live stream in a moment or two's time, we are about to announce class 328, our pony turnout in saddle for our horses 12 2 hands and not over 14 hands. So as we do, we move from 6th up to our winner. So in a moment or two's time. In 6th placing, 335, Carlingford Park, Sweet About Me, ridden by Ruby Murba. 5th goes to 346, Shimmer on Pop Rock, nominated by Abby Wilson in Victoria. 4th goes to 221, it's Springtime Solitaire, ridden by Ashley Robbins. 3rd goes to 398, Regal Brook, Razzle Dazzle, ridden by Mia Heinrich. 2nd goes to 1772, Korana Neverland, ridden by Tia Rose McKenzie, ridden by Tia and owned by Tia. Our winner will be 504. Marinda Alabaster, ridden by Poppy Plum, nominated by Dale in Victoria. This combination's having a sensational show. They won everything yesterday, and of course they've started off this day no different. They've won again. Very hard combination to beat is the combination of Poppy and Marinda Alabaster.
Congratulations to Poppy Plum.
So thank you as well to the Fear family and of course Lynn Milburn with this beautiful garland that we're about to see placed on Marinda Alabaster's neck. What a team they are, these two. Marinda Alabaster and Poppy Plum. Of course, congratulations to all of our competitors that have managed to place throughout this particular event. From a live stream's perspective, we'll take a short break and we hope that you have enjoyed everything that we have been bringing to you. As I said, we are continuing to do the live stream in terms of coverage. We'll be showing you each and every class as they come out here from ring number 1 throughout the day. As far as commentary is concerned, we'll pick up these classes probably a little bit later on when we see our Shetland pony turnout. So for now, from myself, I'll head back up to the commentary box and we'll let you all back at home enjoy the live stream.
Congratulations here. Blue ribbon goes to number 649. Orchard Valley Solar, exhibited by Naam Lima from Stella, New South Wales. Ribbon, also a red ribbon, and second placing goes to 694. Compliment Rock and Roll, exhibited by Rebecca Hallett from Woodhouse, Victoria. Congratulations to our place getters as well too, well done. Our next class to follow in a few moments' time. Entry 1, of course, will be number 330. Our pony turnout in saddle 12 2 hands and under, followed by our Shetland pony turnout in saddle at around about 10 to 30, class number 327. While in our stock horse arena, we just had class number 20, so we'll be moving on to our Australian stock horse hack colt filial gelding, 3 years old and under, class number 20.
Here's a fine tip to help you spell a tricky word. Rhythm.
we are, shining diamonds, burning bridges as we go. And the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. Gonna come
If I could change your life, where would you begin?
Spark, ridden by Jenna Murphy, exhibited here by Sonia Rankbauer from Devon North in Victoria. Fourth placing is to number 1959, Brandy Hollow Candyman, exhibited by Stella Horsepole, Leslie Manor in Victoria. Third placing, 759, Maribel Park, Georgia, ridden by Charlie Latham, exhibited by the Woodford Show horses from Bairnsdale. Second going to 1227, Harrington Park Symphony, ridden by Annabelle Richardson and exhibited by Emma Richardson of Mount Warrior. Their winner, 1935, DP Lady Di, ridden by Estelle Gore Johnson and exhibited here by Dal Pup from Virginia and Victoria. So congratulations to Estelle, taking out our pony turnout in saddle 12 2 hands and under. First prize goal in the game created by Lynn Melbourne. The trophy, of course, in memory of Mark and Mrs. Melbourne.
About to sit down there now because I'll do this at the park, so I will endeavour to bring this to everybody. Hopefully, ship the pony today.
See a little bloke there before Bentley, and she's going along while I'm putting it through the loud mic on the over the, what's her name now, and she went down and had a talk to the little kids. So what's your name? Bentley. Well, Bentley, do you like me? I don't like horses.
Straight, and I actually went, oh, it's bored me. I turned around and said, I can't edit this.
So obviously, Bentley, you're pushed into this, aren't you? By the sound of things. So you go down to Bristol, Steve?
Yeah.
It's got a good setup down there now, isn't it? Yeah, it's Tractor River. Yeah, I got a little pony down there out his first series trial last Sunday, qualified. So Courtney says that he'll win races, so we'll just wait and see. Apparently he doesn't go for Mark any goes for Courtney.
Well, there you go. You're going to play them often?
Glenn Craven drove him the other day, but
Well, no, we've got the iPad today. The iPad is the better.
well, congratulations. Well, Dale won the event just a little bit earlier on too, didn't they? So their stable is having a really good show here. But our congratulations to Estelle on DP Lady Di. That's our winner. And place getters are leaving the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Well done. To our top six, to Harrington Park Symphony, written by Annabelle Richardson, second and third. Went, of course, to Maribel Park Giorgio and Charlie Latham. Fourth going to 1959, Brandy Hollow Candyman, Stella Horsepole. Fifth going to Glamour Red Lucky Strike, written by Jenna Murphy. And our final award going to Sovereign Park Succeed and Excel, written by Sienna Wright, exhibited by the Mullen family from Melbourne, Victoria.
Well, welcome back to our live stream. Welcome back to our live stream. Well, we have some more of our horses coming out here for our Shetland pony turnout in saddle. As Dad's just done the announcements for our stock horse section, you can see here that we are now getting up and running in terms of our Shetland pony turnout in saddle, which is a special class. As you can see, we saw a lot of these horses earlier this morning out here at 8 o'clock. In that scenario, our horses were actually led. But for now, for our live stream, we are watching a lot of our Shetlands this time being worked. So potentially maybe some older riders that are actually able to compete these horses and work them out. So you can see a few of our competitors are already getting going. And I will endeavour to give you the names and numbers of a lot of these competitors that are out here. So it looks like 960 is Lantara Aussie, ridden by Tia McKenzie, nominated by Elizabeth Daly. Was the very first of our horses by the looks of things. Actually, might have even been our second of our horses to work out, and in fact it was. So very similar to what we've been doing all day. Our judges are still allocated their selected area. There's been no sort of rearrangement in what they're covering. They're still covering their specific space, whether it be riding, costume, manners and paces, conformation, soundness. So shortly we'll get the opportunity to speak to our competitors again, as this young rider just asked for the canter. It's been a long time since I've ridden a Shetland. The last time I rode a Shetland was actually out here at Melbourne Show, probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, where they had the Shetland steeplechase classes, which was a lot of fun. But let me tell you, they're difficult little things to ride when they want to be. And that was my last experience at riding a Shetland pony. So remembering that our Shetlands are a pony that is really versatile and hardy and is suitable and a reliable, safe child's first pony, as you can see out here. We also utilise them in our harness classes for our adults, who they enjoy them for either pleasure or competition. As you can see, most of these horses out here, our Shetlands, are in competition. So the Shetland pony by nature is an intelligent animal with the affinity with children. They have that really strong bond, our Shetlands and our children, a great child's pony. And if properly broken in, they have the same manner as our large ponies. And they will give endless pleasure to ride for our juniors and our adults, drive, or just as a companion for our children and our adults alike. So our Shetlands, we show them in their natural coat, obviously. The colour, well, the colouring of these ponies out here, the Shetland pony, the black is what we would classify as a pure bred Shetland. Black is the foundation colour. Sometimes we see them in brown, greys, bays, chestnuts, palominos. I haven't actually seen a buckskin Shetland. Don't even know if we could get that colour. I'd like to be told whether or not we can or not by someone on the live stream. Or if you've seen a buckskin Shetland. Most of the time we have our piebald Shetlands, which you can see out here at the moment, the black and whites, our piebald, and sometimes we see our skewball Shetlands, our skewball of course being our chestnut and white Shetlands. Again, not too many of those that I've seen in my time. So when we refer to our pieballs, this particular pony that we're watching at the moment is just that. This is 1773. And this is Glenn Arden's special effects written by Matilda James. So let's sit back and watch the workout. Obviously our junior riders have been asked to walk out. We now pick up the trot. It's a rising trot. Of course, this being a turnout class, it covers all bases of what we're looking for, not unlike what we've already seen this morning in terms of the way the horse works, the rider, how the rider rides. So it's not like what we see in a general riding class. Oh, it is a speedy Shetland. Look at him go. 1125 is not really obeying our rider there by going into the canter. That being Tara Park Opal, ridden by Sabrina Gilmore, nominated by Courtney McLeod and Matt Snell. So as a turnout class like this, you need to cover all bases. You need to make sure that your pony is working well and softly and kindly for you, but you also need to remember that your riding is also being judged. So you can't for 1 second slack off and get your riding up to position, because at the same time they're still judging the horse. This is what makes our turnout classes so difficult here at Royal Show level, because our judges are judging each different component. As we go on a journey with this young combination. It's a nice, neat little workout so far. Six, 7, 9. Nice little transition into the canter. Is Moongulba Crystal, ridden by Hannah Young. And that was a nice workout displayed by young Hannah. She'll be pretty happy with herself. So ideally we would have loved to have seen these turnout classes out yesterday when the weather was perfect and stunning for our show competitions. There was no wind, it was just a beautiful still day. Whereas this morning we've got the elements. It might be a lovely day out here, lovely and warm, but it's still a very windy, gusty kind of a day. This is the beauty about being down here, watching from the sidelines, as you get to see the little things, like there's a white line, pardon me, drawn across the arena, and this little horse decided that they were going to jump it. Let's see what it does here with the white line. Oh, thought about it. One, 3, 7, 3. Is Kilpara Park Just Beautiful, ridden by Lily Ford, owned by Alexandra Bowen. It was a little Shetland that we just watched then. Pardon me. Well, as we did in previous classes, let's take our opportunity to meet some of our competitors that are out here. Now, a lot of these riders weren't in our junior classes before because obviously they're a little bit older. These guys don't need to be led. As you can see, they're capable of riding themselves. This should be Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Hello.
How are you? Enjoying your day?
Yeah.
It's a bit windy.
Yeah.
It's not really ideal, is it? Tell me a little bit about this particular pony. What's her name?
Her name is Thorpe Vale Lily Rose.
Paddock name?
Lily.
Lily. Well, Lily's a lovely little pony and she's doing a good job sitting there. Did you have fun in your workout?
Yeah.
Did you do everything right out there? Walk, trot, canter?
I think so.
Well, let's see what the judges think a little bit later. This young lady's Tia. Hi, Tia. I get to speak to you again. You poor thing. Every time I come and speak to you, you're always sitting there like, not me again. Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
You have the beauty to be able to, across the board, ride things from Galloways to ponies and now Shetlands. What would be your favourite? Do you enjoy riding these little horses?
Well, this is actually the first one I've ridden.
Is it really? And you're enjoying our turnout class out here?
Yes.
What time did you start getting ready this morning?
5.
It's early mornings, maybe 6 for our junior riders. 165. Should be, let me think, our rider here, ridden by Erin. This might be Erin. Are you Erin?
Yes.
So my book is right, Erin. Are you enjoying your time out here?
Yes.
How much practice have you had on this horse? Is this your horse?
No.
It's not yours. Who are you riding for?
Emily Macca.
Do you enjoy riding the Shetlands?
Yes.
They're a bit of fun. Are they challenging?
Yes, sometimes.
Can they often be uncomfortable when they get out there and sometimes they don't want to canter and then they get this really fast trot going on? Is it uncomfortable?
Yes.
I thought it might be. What's your name?
Anik.
Anik. What's your pony's name?
Stella.
So I think I met Stella a little bit earlier in our lead class. Stella gets to be ridden this time by someone that can really push Stella out. Did you enjoy it out there?
Yeah.
What was your favourite part?
Probably the canter.
Why did I guess that the canter would be your favourite part out there? What's Stella's favourite food? Do you know? Does she like apples, carrots?
Carrots.
She's a carrot girl, is she? All right, next out. Matilda. How are you, sweetheart?
Good.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
How did you see your workout? Did you do everything right out there?
Yes.
Oh, well, we hope so. Good luck. What's your pony's name?
Floyd.
What's Floyd's favourite food? Does he like molasses? Does he like carrots, apples? Or just, he's a bit of an apple man, is he? Well, good luck. We'll let you all walk forward. Come on up. So as you can see, when we're out here and we're judging our turnout classes, our judges are looking for the finer details in terms of the little things that we look for with the turnout classes. In the way I was speaking earlier to one of my girlfriends that said that, you know, the saddles need to be in the middle in terms of the way that the girth is done up. We like to look at the intricate details to see whether our young riders are carrying plaited hacking canes. You can see here that we have a lot of tie pins. Some of the juniors are wearing little Louis Epstein vests. In fact, I've still got one of those at home. These lovely jodhpurs. Spurs. Some of our riders are wearing spurs to encourage them. These are actually blunt spur on this rider. Your name?
Hahana.
Hana. Great to have you out here. Did you enjoy your workout?
Yes.
What was your favourite part?
Cantering.
I thought so. You're a young lady with a big smile. Pony's name?
Izzy.
Is Izzy your best friend?
Yes.
I had a feeling that Izzy would be your best friend out here. We're going to see you out here a little bit later on. Is this Izzy the only horse that you've been riding, or are you riding other ponies as well?
This is the only horse I've been riding.
Oh, good luck. Good luck. Hello there. What's your name?
Harriet.
Harriet, great to have you out here. Is Mum and Dad here?
Yep.
In the crowd? How many people behind your team? Just Mum? Or have you got sisters, brothers, grandparents? Who's here?
My Auntie Cassie, my mum, and Eva.
Well, I'm sure they're watching anxiously. Which way do you reckon they're sitting? Over there where all our mums and dads are, or are they up in the grandstand up atop there somewhere?
They're where the mums and dads are.
Oh, see, when I was this age, I always knew exactly where my mum and dad were sitting. And you know what I used to do? I used to always look over to mum and dad too and give a big smile, and they'd give me a nice little nod to say, job well done. Does your mum do that?
I don't know.
Oh, well, obviously she doesn't, because you don't look over there to see whether or not she's given you the nod and the thumbs up. Who's this, your name?
Sophie.
Sophie, great to have you out here. Your pony's name?
Garland.
I didn't get to see your workout, Sophie. Were you happy with it?
Yeah,
You reckon the judges might give you top points for your workout?
maybe.
I'm hoping that they do. As I said, I got to speak to all of our judges a little bit earlier today and talk to them about what it is that they are looking for. A lot of judges are looking for the kindness and the way that the ponies go in terms of gear. They're looking for those little intricate details in terms of, as I've mentioned, the tie pins to make sure that they're nice and straight, to make sure that the helmets fit correctly, that the gear is in fact all in line. And when we're looking at our turnout gear, it's all plain gear, beautifully stitched leather. And a lot of our Shetlands are ridden in these nice little saddle pads. In fact, if you were lucky to win the class a little bit earlier, our friends from Wagner's actually gave one of these away. Your name?
Annabelle.
Annabelle with a big smile. Now, you're a young lady that I really enjoy talking to out here. What's your pony's name, Annabelle?
Paris.
You have a lot of fun out here at the Royal Show, don't you?
Yes.
Now, I speak when I talk to things about showing, that showing's actually a bit of an art and that you have to be an artist when you show your horse. I think you've got that down pat. I think you might be a little bit of an artist. Do you reckon you are?
I don't know.
I reckon you are. It looks like our red coats are looking to call forth all of our riders, so I'll let them get going. Follow the man in the red coat. That would be Terry, one of our volunteers here. In fact, you've got to be invited to be a red coat. Well, it looks like we are back with the results here for our Class 327, our Shetland Pony Saddle, or Shetland Pony Turnout in Saddle, should I say. So remembering, we go from 6th placing right through. First place is a Turnout Saddle, or should I say a paddle, to the value of $1,000. With our seconds through to 6, all getting a gift voucher, supported by Wagner's. 1773 is in 6th placing. So Glen Arden Special Effects, written by Matilda James. Well done to Megan and the team. Placing 6th. 5th. Goes to 165. And that is Caraweg When Athena, written by Erin Bowers. 4th place goes to 244. And that is Oak Park Paramount, written by Annabelle Richardson, nominated by Emma Richardson. 3rd placing goes to 1750. It's Culverdale Heritage, written by Lily Ford, owned by Alexandra Bowen. 1st, 2nd, second will be awarded to 1150. And that is Royal View Midnight, written by, doesn't say, but it's nominated and owned by Fiona Wilson and Rebecca Gergel. Our winner goes to 918, Corowin Show and Tell, written by Sienna Wright, nominated by Lee Purchase. Congratulations, Lee. And to Monica and to Sienna, well done to everybody that has managed to take out this particular event. Some very happy mums and dads over to the side there. So as you can see, our winners and place getters, congratulations to all of our juniors here. Of course, this was Class 327, our Shetland Pony Turnout in Saddle. And as I said, thank you to all of our sponsors, that being Wagner's Saddlery, and to the Fear family for their instrumental contribution to what they deliver here at the 2018 Royal Melbourne Show. From the live stream, remembering we are focusing on Ring 1 all day, but for now we'll take a break as I head back upstairs and you can enjoy watching our live stream coverage of this beautiful turnout class. But I've always been the tallest female riding anyway, but just makes me a little bit more.
Also results in the stock horse as well. Second placing going to number 147, Devil Been Princess.